was just falling asleep in that fight.
Yeah, that's like, oh, so you gotta wake up. Shit.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not a fan of it either.
Fucking best is what it was.
I think I preferred P3S over P7S.
You know what? Fair. At least P3S kept me on my toes the whole time.
Yeah, because it was such an eyesore that you had to kind of like pay attention.
I think that's why I needed a new prescription, honestly. For fucking P3S.
Well, the thing is, like, P3S, if you kind of take away the colors, it's actually a pretty decent fight. It's like, it has mechanics, it has an interesting ad phase.
Yeah, I think it was a well-designed fight. Very annoying to PF though, because it was a very big wall.
And it was an eyesore to look at.
Yeah. Were y'all? I don't know if I asked this like a little bit ago, but were y'all there when were y'all in PF or running the strat when they had tanks and melees go north for Flames of Acidelis, and PvP was toggled on for that?
No, I just stated the static I was at and called it a life. I am not a PFer.
Oh, there was like 2-3 weeks where all of PF had all the tanks and melees go north, and no matter what happened, somebody died. Even if you were like, yeah, tanks are gonna stay out, melees go in, melees would still go out and kill you. It was awful. And there was Elmo, which I wasn't a huge fan of, because I saw it kill a lot of people.
Yes, Elmo.
But I heard Elmo. But people told me Elmo is a good strat. No.
I wouldn't
think
know.
that's what my group did, and it was. I mean, it wasn't hard for us. My group, we could do that pretty quick. So, I mean,
To be fair, like
I never party findered it though, so I can't say anything on that.
to be fair, like P3S DPS check isn't bad. I remember it's like when we were doing it, we didn't have an Astro, so we just used a healer LB3 to deal with the that mechanic that you could choose with Astro.
What it sounds like is DPS 6 are a lot easier when you're in a static, because right now every time in PF it was enrage.
Oh well, yeah.
Or never seeing enrage. Oh my god. Very annoying. That's the best PF life.
That's why I just don't see how people could PF top. With like 4 different like DPS checks.
That's entirely how I've gotten this far, man. It's
I
awful.
mean, you do
Dude.
you, but fuck that. That sounds awful.
Here's the thing: is that like when you have like when you have like a very variable schedule. Fortunately, my schedule has opened up for the end here, so I was able to like definitely join you guys a little bit more. When you have a very changing schedule, it's hard to find a group and stick to it.
Yeah.
And also, like, it was hard getting into statics in the first place because I had started so late into this. That everyone was like, nah, there's no fucking way.
Oh, that was me, like... The group I was in, it was instantly the group with, Zen. Zane. Yeah, like, they decided, like, yeah, let's see if we can just knock out DSR week 1 first, because week 1 strats for tops are gonna be awful, and then it imploded.
Yeah, and I was just like, ugh.
So yeah, like, okay, so I'm already a week behind when it comes to top. So it's like, okay, well, let me see if I can do some, pugging. I
Yeah.
remember talking to this woman that I was like, we were talking, because she was trying to invite me to her stag, like, doing PF is like rolling a 20-sided dice.
A D20, yes. It fucking is. They were like,
Maybe like a -7 modifier.
dude, there was one, I've only ever had, like, I've joined Omega Sigma parties because I was like, I need to see Sigma. And we never even got past P2. And then there were some parties where, like, I'd be like, oh, I recognize all these people, I know all of them are solid gamers. And then we would get to Sigma, like, back-to-back. Not Sigma, but get to, like, Delta back-to-back-to-back.
Yeah.
I was like, whoo. But that would be after, sitting in PF for 4 hours. And then maybe having one party to span after 5 minutes.
Yeah,
like that was anger inducing.
I think it's like none of the mechanics might. Well, I mean, I'm ranged DPS, so I'm a bit biased towards some of them, but none of the mechanics up till like P5 are hard. I mean, I guess party synergy has a bit of a learning curve to it. I know it was a learning curve for me.
I
Especially
think
as someone-
there's a lot of responsibility with each mechanic. A lot where it's like one death is. There's not a lot of mechanics where one death is fine. It's a lot of like you're just fucking. That's it.
But they're not hard. I just say that you need to keep focus. Like if you fall asleep or something, it's like one little mistake.
Yeah. And also, PF is filled with liars and cheats.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's it.
People lie about the proc fight all the time. I think that's the other reason why I don't like PF. It's like,
I told every time I try to join parties that were higher, I'd be honest with them. I'd be like, hey, look, I've only ever gone to Hello World, but I'm confident I can do Delta. And there was one party that let me in, and we got the Delta second pull, so I was like, hell yeah. So I was like, thank you guys for giving me that opportunity.
Honestly, is the best policy, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, you can go small, sorry.
No, just one of the tanks we tried out recently said he was like a Delta or a Sigma, and he was like making P2 mistakes.
Ooh, chica.
Like, I don't think he even understood P2, to be honest.
Ooh, yeah. I there's a lot of fucking those too.
Yeah, like, I think the hardest mechanic until, like, Phase 5 is gonna be Party Synergy. At least for learning purposes.
Really? I've heard... Oh, I know, I have the opinion that P1 is probably one of the more difficult phases, actually.
I think it's difficult in terms of the DPS check.
I think it's difficult in terms of DPS, optimization, but also like that one you do actually really kind of need to pay attention for like the entire time for flexes and for
Well, I think that might be a case of me being a Fizz range, so I'm a bit biased towards it.
You are like the lowest on priority, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Are there better comps for Phase 1, like consistency?
Better ways to do it? No, I think the best way to do Phase 1, I think, is to stop doing missile base forward. I think missile baiting forward is awful, personally. I think the EU strat of missile drops back and drops is good, but
Also, like, everyone else just kind of goes on ahead without you, if you're a missile bait on 4. Is that it?
What do you mean?
Missile bait 4, I guess, like, instead of, like, the missiles going out, the rest of the party goes out? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no, so missile baits forward is what we do now, where, like, the party stays on the back cleave, and then you run forward, drop your missile, run back.
Oh, okay. Right.
EU does it where the party goes to the furthest pizza slice, and then the missiles just kind of, like, stop moving, and they drop their AoEs behind, and then run back to join the group.
Huh. Well, that's certainly a way of doing it, I guess. But
yeah, I've done it both ways, and I mean, once you get them down, I think they're both like good. But
oh yeah, I think they're both good.
Yeah, what I do like about the other, like the way that is like you just stack right up on the AOE, and then when it like goes away, like it creates a safe spot that you just keep moving into. It's actually
that's fair.
I think that's actually pretty cool.
You're like tucking away the AoEs underneath the carpet.
I just feel like you're more likely to just run into the flamethrower by accident, but okay.
That's fair. I don't know, I feel like it's an easier movement for the missile player though, like for learning especially. Instead of like having to dodge inward into the boss. For me, like I dodge inward and then run around and loop around.
Yeah. Well,
and it does take a moment to get used to it.
His range couldn't tell you. If I played something like Ninja, maybe I would get it, but I think the only comp change we could personally have is you playing Dark Knight, or we have a Ninja or something, because we do have a few jobs that do more DPS in, like, I guess, like the 2-minute window and the 2 minutes in, just because of resources. Whereas Dark Knight and Ninja, you kind of have everything at the very start.
Yeah, you get everything burst right away.
Yeah.
I mean, Dark Knight's nice for that. I've done a little bit of Dark Knight, but I much prefer Gunbreaker.
Yep.
Over it.
And hey, we're otherwise doing fine DPS wise, so no point in really changing anything.
Hell, and I'm also. You're saying?
Hell, I'd be like we're fucking over Rain with how we're doing P2, and we're still nearly overkilling it. Well, we are overkilling constantly.
Are we? Are you? You guys are you guys doing melees? I'll stack on one or no? I actually have never noticed.
Everyone stacks on DP melee stack on female.
Oh, okay. I never even noticed you guys if you guys are doing that or not. I was like, damage is good. I trust what they're doing.
I think it was kind of a relic of like previous months, and not only for prog purposes, but we also had like a Dark Knight tanking the female, so it's like, yeah, might as well put the chain strat on the female.
Oh, now you got me on there too. You guys are giving me like there are runs where I get two direct hits on both, and I'm just like, this is the best.
Yeah, that's because you are attacking the target with the chain strat.
Fucking love it. Thank you, Ivy, for chain strat. Oh, gold's alright.
Yeah,
Battle Litany is nice.
It's so good. A comp that lets me crit.
Yeah, she was odd. Is she like she had a connection?
She said she had to reset her mic. Chain strat, battle litany, samurai. Ooh, got all the damage buffs.
How's everyone search for a stack for 6.4 going?
I'm just gonna suffer in PF maybe.
I need to look. Still, like today, I was gonna look this morning, but I went on a hike instead.
Hey, go for it. That sounded nice.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I'm just tired.
Fair. Take some nice photos on the hike.
No.
Nah, just nice walk. Okay.
Yeah, my brother and I just went on a nice trail in the woods.
I've been meaning to go on a hike for a while. We got a couple like trails, like up. It's like a 30-minute drive to the mountains here. I was thinking about going out there at some point.
Get to touch grass.
Touch grass, yeah, that's after top. I know it's work, top.
Oh no, I can't touch grass. I got the final raid tier to do. And
That's how we clear either this week, or next week, and then we have some days to touch grass, and then we have to suffer. No, we have 1 week to touch grass, no matter what, because you have that week after the patch drops for Savage. You get like a week touching grass. Clear.
You're just gonna play consistent.
Taking lots of naps before raid. Does top still have like the loot lock? I haven't done. It does have it. Okay. So if one person clears, the other one's no, it doesn't have reduced gear.
No, I think it's just like if you decide to rerun for the week, you won't get anything, but everyone else will.
Okay.
Dude, even Reaper is number 2 now on damage for top.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of Reaper issues parts, but it's usually because they're paired with Dragoons, and I've heard that that's a really bad comp.
Really?
Yeah, like early on it's bad, but later on it gets better.
Didn't we used to have a Reaper, or we tried the Reaper for a bit? And
trialed a Reaper. I know.
We hit the P1 DPS check a lot with them, I think. No? I can't remember.
I would hope to get 2 reclears into this, or another reclear into this at some point. If and whenever reclear, because I want to reprog on Monk. I think that's gonna be funny.
Monk just seems a really strong voice for talk because I don't think they have any like low points, as it were, in the fight.
No, I don't think so. I think they're pretty set for most of it.
Yeah, because I know like drops like Ninja and myself, Dancer, kind of like don't do well during blue screens. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, that makes sense though. You guys have that whole phase is like what, like not even a minute, or like
like 55 seconds.
Yeah, so you get like no burst window there.
Yeah.
I like just barely get a no mercy window in there, depending on how we do in P3. Either things will line up in there, and I'll be like, "Oh, great," and then other times it just won't.
I know people have asked me if I could try machinist, and I do well as machinist, but it's like
I think with a samurai, you want the dancer though, because you kind of want to
yeah.
stack. You want to stack the samurai typically.
And even then, it's like we have a scholar and a dragoon, so
Hmm.
already we got like 2 crit buffs going out. Add the devilment, and me and the dance partner have like a 45% increased chance to crit.
Can we shoot Cold a message real quick? Awesome.
Probably dealing with something else at the moment, so maybe someone can.
I'll message. Any of you guys want to hop into a sim then while we wait? Just go ahead and get some warm ups in.
Sure, yeah.
They might as well make use of their time, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm getting into one right now.
I feel like this is more than a mic headset issue at this point.
I actually think, I don't know. I just think it would help to spend to do the sim like a few dry runs before going in.
I think that's totally fair. I'm gonna post it both in the party chat and Discord.
That's fine.